Are you ready for a fucking lesson?
Wisdom.
Slurs 101.
Welcome to another Latino with a podcast. I'm the Latino with a podcast, Christian Henningsmeyer, and today I'm with Kieron. Kieron, is it that well pronounced? Kieron Harrel. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm with Kieron Harrel. That is like the funniest, handsome, and not intimidated at all person I know. He doesn't intimidate anybody, but he's amazing. How are you? Yeah, that's one of his jokes. He'll let you know about it. What?
No, that's not one of my jokes. He just doesn't feel it. I just don't strike fear in anybody. That's it. I'm working on it. I'm trying. Nothing I do is scary. I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for doing the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
It's amazing to I have Kaylee heard on, and at some point I told you about it in Lincoln Lodge. I had a memory of you in the. It was, I believe, 4th of July. We were at the beach, and you were with someone. I don't remember the name of that person.
Uh-huh.
And someone approached both of you, and it were like 2 girls, and they were like, "Oh, we know you. We saw you in a comedy show. You are so funny. You're amazing." And they saw the other guy like, "Hi," and they left. And then the other guy that I don't remember the name, he was like, "I was in the same show with him that day." How do you feel?
It was Blake.
Blake. It was
Yeah.
Blake. Blake Burchard,
Blake
right?
Burkhart.
Burkhart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fucking friend of mine. I love Blake, but boy, was that moment. I went on a date with one of them women. I went on a date with one of those girls.
And Blake didn't.
Certified.
They were two, and you dated both of them, and Blake was like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
guy."
That was a very good day. Because
Not for Blake.
Sarah Perry took a picture of it, and Blake is standing in the back like this. And I'm just smiling, doing my whole shit, like, "Hi, oh, I'm so glad you love the show. Hi, yeah,
He was on the same show, and
Yeah.
he was so pissed.
yeah." I'm just. Blake is threatening. He's bald-headed and threatening, and me, I'm just a cutesy wootsy, you know.
How often does that happen?
Which part?
Like someone comes to you and someone else, and they're like, "Oh, we remember you from the show. You're amazing," and the other person is like, "Well,
With other people, they're usually more subtle.
okay."
But people, I don't know. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but not these girls.
Those two girls, they did not give a fuck. But yeah, no, I always like when people. I went to some fest. It feels good. It feels that's a thing that people want when you're pursuing like show business. You want a part of that. I went to this fest. I don't know the name of it, in like Wicker Park or something. Maybe it's Wicker
Okay.
Fest or something. And that was amazing. Like a lot of people that like live in that area had seen me at a bunch of different clubs here.
Nice.
And that felt cool. Like so I would walk past and someone would be like, "Hey, I saw you at Lodge," or "Hey, I saw you at Laugh." And that I liked that a lot. But
I like to do recently I felt a little bad about this. I'm so sorry if you watch this. I'm so sorry because it was someone working as these people that talk to you like they're like, "Hey, do you want to donate money for
yeah.
these kind of people?"
Yeah, shitheads.
I won't call it shitheads, but it was one person working in that, and I was like, I want to go home. I didn't have like a nice day at work. So I was like, I just kind of want to go home. So I ignore.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person, like, I just kept going. Like, I didn't hear what this person said. And then the person said, like, "Are you a comic? And I turned on. And I was like, oh yeah, we have like this conversation. But I felt so bad for ignoring it
Yeah.
at the first moment. But it was like, because I'm too, like, gentle with these people because I have been on that position.
Right.
So I know like it's their job to do that, but I didn't want to like be in a, because I'm not like no thank you and keep going. I just like I let them talk, but I didn't want that.
You ignored them when they asked you to be a hero.
Yeah, no.
And then when they were like, "Hey, we think you're funny," then you're like, "Hey, what do you want to talk about? You want to do the thing you want to talk about?
You want to go to my next show? Yeah, I was like, yeah.
I always put on a nice big smile and go like, "I'm fine, thank you," and then just keep pushing. If I'm fine, if I have some money, I'll be like, "Here, fucking whatever."
Just throw it to them. Like,
Yeah.
hey, take this
There you
shit.
go,
Like,
there you go.
Help some kids there.
I don't like it when they do it at Panda Express. I don't like when they do it at restaurants where they go, "Hey, we're
Okay.
collective." I'm like, "No, I didn't fucking come here to be a hero. I came here for Kung Pao chicken. I don't want."
Yeah, outside of restaurants.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a story. I made it into a joke. I did it like once because it's a long set, and
Yeah.
usually they don't give you like enough time to try like these super long jokes.
Not in the city, yeah.
But not in the city. But I work at some place that to get to my work in the corner in that Target there was always like one of these people for cancer. I don't remember what association. And every day that I went to work, they stopped me twice. Going into work and going out of work.
As if you got more money because you just worked the full shift.
And I was like, at some point I was like done because it's like, dude, I work here. Like I'm just stop me twice a day.
I'm as poor as you, and you're stopping me twice.
And they said like, oh, I'm so sorry we didn't know because obviously they greet a lot of people. And they're like, just say this to us and we will know. Say it next time we stop you. Say you're a mango.
A mango?
A mango. And I was like, these guys are just fucking with me, but
Yeah.
I'll try it. Next day, I was passing by and I said like no, I am a mango. They laugh so hard, but they let me go. So I was like, okay, they were just playing with me, but it fucking worked. So okay, I'll keep going.
Right.
But then like the next day, I was passing by. It was not the same people. I mean, it was the same association, but different people just like
And with
reading.
them, you got to say you're a strawberry.
No. I say I am a mango, and the face of the girl was like, how do you know? Okay, well, have a good day. And I was like, it fucking worked.
Oh, she knew the
Then I
secret code.
tried with different associations,
Yeah.
and it worked. And I was like, dude, this is like a fucking amazing secret. Until it wasn't, because I was passing by and one guy was like, hey, do you want to donate? Like, we're here for kids with leukemia.
Right.
And I was like, I am a mango. And he was like, what do you mean? Like,
He's like, yeah, maybe you didn't hear me. I'm not asking if you like fruit. I'm asking if you want to donate.
are you gonna donate?
Leukemia.
And I felt so fucking stupid, and everything just went into a flashback, and I was like, I just has been just walking around telling people I'm like a tropical fruit, like what I'm doing with my life. I was like. I said from their perspective, like someone just comes to you and like I'm a mango, and they keep walking like what the fuck I
Fair
was
thing,
doing.
so you don't ask insane people for money. So if someone goes, like, hey, would you like to donate? I'm a pineapple. They'll go like, all right, yeah, you're good. Keep going. Yeah,
Keep going.
You're fine. You're
But
fine.
it was so stupid, like me telling people like I am a mango, and they
Right.
letting me go. They're like, yeah, sure, oh yeah.
I'm
But
a Siamese twin. They're like, do you want to fucking save a child's life or not?
no, but the reason is like, they shorted being saying let that man go because we already talked to him.
Funny.
So let that man go. They just kept it on mango. So they just he's a mango and they let you go. But it stopped working. And after that, with that guy that it didn't work, I was like, I will never tell people again that I am a tropical fruit. This is the last time I do it.
I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna try
I
it
don't
now.
give a fuck. Anytime anybody asks me, I'm gonna just let that man go.
Let me know if you try it. Let me know if
I
it
will.
works.
I'm going to try it. Next time someone asks me, let that man go.
Because when it works, people were like so surprised. Like they're like, he knows, he knows, and they're like,
Yeah.
he's a mango.
He's not a secret.
Dude, it was so weird. It was so weird. But I got some topics apart from letting Black Burhart know that you're sexier than him and you dated these two girls. No, one,
never.
two of them.
No, I did not date both of them. I'm not sexier than Blake.
Yeah. you just went for the cutest one or the one that like wanted you more?
The more complimentary one did.
Okay,
Get mine. My mom was mean to me
okay,
growing up.
okay.
If you give me a compliment, that's a good way to get to my. It's a good way to get to my spirit.
Okay, so ladies out there, if you see this in a reel, just go for it. Just go for it. So, you have like almost 20K, and I've seen your Instagram, and you are really good with all the content that you create. You put work into the thumbnails, and I just had like this. I thought about this because now I create like a lot of content, and I don't know, like there's like a Venn diagram between what you wanna do and what people will see, what people like to see.
Yeah.
How do you feel like getting into? And there's another like what is gonna go viral. Like we're gonna talk about that soon. But how do you feel like? You feel you are going into what people like to see, or you're like, no, I'm gonna do my thing. If people like it, well.
It's kind of both. It's kind of both. Like I had this one like sketch go viral on the solar eclipse.
Okay.
It was just perfect lining. It was solar eclipse. It was also Ramadan, and I'm like,
Oh, the
Muslim.
Palestinian one, right? You say
all Muslims. So it's like very Middle Eastern, but a lot of black people are Muslim, and yeah. So it's like Ramadan. It's the last day of the last day of Ramadan was on the solar eclipse.
okay.
And so Ramadan, you can't eat sun up to sundown. So I'm talking to one of my buddies who is Muslim, and I'm like, well, I bet you're so excited for the solar eclipse, and I only did half a month of Ramadan, so like I'm kind of like adjacent to it, and so I'm like, ooh, because when that sun disappears, you're gonna eat, ain't you? So we start laughing.
Like 1 minute.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, that's funny. So I'm like, that's something that I think is funny. Let's just put it out. But it was the perfect storm of cultural with Ramadan, the rarity of the solar eclipse. It was just, it all kind of worked together.
Okay.
And then like, so I try to not just do something. I don't really try to post shit that I'm not also interested in. If I'm posting it, I want to be interested in it, because if I'm getting my following or I'm getting fans through this, I want it to be through things that I think are funny, because that's what I'm going to do. If I build it off of shit that I'm just throwing out in hopes that people like it, then when they come to see me, they're like, wait, this isn't what you do. And I'm like, yeah, because I want to keep like the autonomy of me being the creator that you enjoy.
For me, it has happened. Like, I enjoy everything that I post. Like, editing the podcast, I laughed. But it has happened that the one that I like, oh, I didn't like this reel that much, is the one that gets like more views.
Always happens.
And it's like I put a lot of effort into this one, and people didn't like it. So I'm like understanding like what people want, what people don't want, and what goes viral. Like the one that gets the more views, it was because we were talking about Filipinos and the slur for Filipinos.
Right.
And I believe a lot of Filipinos share it.
Yeah.
So I was like not attacking a group, but like talking about this group, and this group like felt like related to it. Yeah. So I believe those people were the ones like push that content.
Yeah.
Like actually there was like, do you know the word, the slur for Filipino?
I don't know.
It's flip. That's it. Flip.
I ain't really a slur.
Like apparently it's like fucking little island people. That's it. Apparently.
That's the saltiest fucking slur I've ever heard of. Have you ever heard of the N-word? That's a fucking slur. If we're doing a battle of the slurs, N-word takes the fucking cake.
You can even say, I cannot even quote it. Like once I quote it, and someone banned me from going to their house because I quoted. Like, oh, I quoted the N-word, but I said it, but I was like, I was explaining something, but it's like this person said this to me. And this was like 1-2 years ago, so I didn't know better. Okay.
Right. I'm not. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't give a fuck. I don't know.
But I quote it. It's like I'm not saying like this person. I'm saying what this person said, and that person was like, she talked to her friends like he's not allowed in the house anymore.
Yeah.
And I understand it. I understand. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I didn't meant to use it. And at that moment, I was here for 2 years. I didn't know like quoting it. You can even quote
it. This is what I think about slurs.
Okay.
If here, you ready for a fucking lesson?
Wisdom.
Slurs 101. If they have a double meaning, whether outdated or not, mediocre slur. If they used to be used and then the culture deteriorated it into something that's a slur, mediocre slur.
Okay.
Which means that the top tier slur is the M-word. It's the goated slur. You can't quote it. It was never used for anything. Like I can't be like a chink in the armor. If I take out the armor, bad word. Hey bro, let's go outside and smoke a fag. If I take off that accent and take off the hey bro, let's go outside, bad word. But you would never say, hey, I'm about to move out my house. Will you help me move this nigger? That would never. No, that's never been a thing. Yeah. You've never been clinically a nigga before. You used to be clinically something else before. And a lot of people on Xbox started calling each other that. You're not allowed to say it anymore. If a slur has ever been, that is how I rate slurs. What other slurs are there?
Slurs 101 with Kieron Harrel.
Yeah, I'm fucking edgy. And then like flip. I flip a mattress, flip a house, flip clothes.
Exactly, and that's what we said on the clip. And one comment on YouTube, I love this comment. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know. When I was a child, I had my best friend his name was Philippe, and he was like from Philip, like he was Filipino,
right?
And I used to call him. His name was Philippe, so I used to call him Flip, Flop, Flippy, and he never said anything. Yeah. And I was like, either he didn't know because you were both kids, and when you're kids, you're like more innocent to this, or you just create the villain arc of Philippe. Philippe just hates people now, and you created that.
He hates his name,
not knowing, but he's like,
it stands for what?
fucking little island people.
They are okay.
They are fucking little island.
They are island people.
Some of them are
some
little.
of them are little.
And some of them are fucking.
And you know why this is a bad slur? Because it has the word people in it. And the whole point of a slur is to be like, you're not a person.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not a fucking. It's not a slur. Not a slur. I'm not gonna see a Filipino and then yell fucking flip at him. But if I did, it wouldn't be. Well, no, because then it would be a slur. Because I'm using it to fucking.
But it still is like one of the other comments like this is it's too cute to be a slur. Like
Yeah.
Hey, flip.
Yeah.
It's like no, that doesn't sound.
That's a nickname.
Yeah, there's not like hard letters on it.
No, not at all. Not at all. You can't do. Oh, he just called him a flip with the hard IP.
Yeah.
It don't fucking make sense.
You have the movie Flipper. Like there's like too many stuff with flip.
Everybody wants a slur.
There's a cereal in Venezuela called Flip, and when they like now they sell it here in the United States, and they changed the name to Toots. Now that's the name, Toots.
Really? So this is like a big deal amongst the Filipino community.
Imagine the Filipinos going to buy the cereal and they're like, "Fuck you, cereal box!" Like, you're not calling me this.
You're not eating little Filipino people in that cereal. Things flip.
I don't know.
Things flip.
I don't know the ingredients of flips.
That's
so
true. I don't even know.
so
the fuck
maybe.
is cereal. I don't know the cereal. Not a real slur. Slurs 101. You're welcome.
I forgot. The content creation. So that one got like I believe people feel related to, and that's why it got like a lot of views.
Hell yeah. I know a lot of Muslims shared the Ramadan one.
Exactly. So I don't know if you gotta think about okay, let's make this content relatable to people, and it's like a battle between I just want to do my shit. I don't want to like think like oh I need to do this because if not it's not gonna get viral. So the Venn diagram is really difficult.
It's just that if I am going to be creating something, at the end of the day, I want it to be something that I like. That sketch made me laugh. So then I was like, well, I have no problem putting it out. And I'm tapped in with the brown community. So like it's not like me going like, ha ha ha. It's me going like, because I did Ramadan that month, half of it. And so then like it's like a thing of where it's like where it's just like a joke for y'all. Like it's a joke for y'all.
And it's cool, like, looking to the loopholes of having an eclipse in Ramadan. Yeah. It's like, hey, wait.
Yeah, like, who would think of that? Like, and that's like where the comedy part comes in, is where it's like, who would even think that, like, during the solar eclipse, can we eat? And then, but then for so many people that didn't know, but white people love to act like they're in the know. So white people were like, ha ha ha, I was thinking about that. No, the fuck you weren't, Shelly. You did not know that Ramadan was happening.
You don't know. You have made the video and you didn't make it, Shelly.
You were not thinking that shit. I saw a lot of white people going like, I was thinking about that. No, the fuck you weren't.
You fucking lied.
But you want to seem like, like you're a part of every community.
Yeah, you want to have likes on your comment on your video.
Yes, yeah. And that's the other thing. You want the call to action.
I want that, yeah.
So there was a lot of people going like, this is not how Ramadan. And I'm like, I know. Like, duh.
This is a perfect segue. I'm going to do a pause because we're on 80 minutes. But this is the perfect segue to the next topic that is like the other wheel, the other circle on the Venn diagram.
Cool.
Like for now, it's just what you want to do versus like with what people want to see. Now we're going to introduce the third circle. And we're back. We're back. And now the third circle on the Venn diagram. For me, the third circle is what goes viral. And lately, I don't know if... I believe I'm correct on this one, but maybe not. I believe what goes viral, like the biggest percentage of it, is hate. Like things like hate speech goes viral. If actually, I wanted to do an experiment. Maybe at the end of the podcast to do like we're in the middle of the podcast and we say the worst shit we can imagine.
If we put out
and
that
I clip
slur clip, the slur clip would do. The slur clip would do.
Not even this at the end. When we're done, I want to record like a clip like we're talking like yeah women are the worst. They don't know how to drive, like one shit like that.
Well, they are.
And if I yes, but if I clip that, it's gonna go viral because people are so engaged to hate. Like, it's so much easier to make one, like, fight. Like, at the end, now we made like we start talking shit about like he's the worst comic I ever seen in my life. I hope I don't ever share a stage with him again. Like if we create like a gossip like that and we put it in on reels, that's gonna get viral.
The ether. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't think that I don't think that people on the internet do love. I don't think that it's pure hate. I think that people on the internet love to hate on things.
yeah, that
And then I think that
or to be offended. That's the other like
everybody loves to be offended now. And I think that it's like a thing of where if someone has an idea that they're really strong against, they are the ones that will speak. So like I'm not really problematic like at all, really. And so like a lot of my videos are just like ha 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 ha. And I'm like, damn, will someone fucking argue in my comments? Will someone be like, you suck? That's not funny. That's
I can do that if you want.
if you want,
like,
yeah, sure. Because like all of my jokes are about me.
Okay.
So you can hate my jokes, but they're about my life.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to like my life.
And if they hate your life, that's racist. So they're like,
Dingo. But it's like it's a thing of where it's just like people like love to the internet gave people who don't need a voice
Yes.
voice. And that's my one gripe with it is that like before the internet, it was hard to get a voice, but if you had it, you worked for it.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to do anything except sign up to have a voice. And not everyone needs their words heard.
But then how like because the goal I believe is to find like the point where those three circles like converge. Because you want your clips to go viral, you want to do what you love, and you also want to do something that people would like to see. So it's like, do you think like you have 20K? I believe 20K is like a lot. Do you think you're getting into that position? Well, people don't hate you yet, because I'm gonna put the clip about you telling like women don't know how to drive.
Well, they don't. The woman I'm talking to sure don't at least.
Women, just this guy. Yeah, he's in the beach. You talk to him, he will date you, but he won't let you drive.
I don't
Okay.
know how to fucking. Isn't that passenger seat? Let me grab your thigh.
But do you think you're getting into that like middle, like your content is going by like the Ramadan? I'm pretty sure there were people like this is a ignorant motherfucker that doesn't know shit.
Yeah,
But
there's a
that
lot
went
of that.
viral because that helps.
1.5 milli.
Exactly.
It was crazy.
But would you like that to get like more 1.5, 1.3 million, knowing that there's gonna be a bunch of people hating like you and your content?
I don't always like the Ramadan one was just such a stars aligning type of thing that just came up naturally in conversation. The internet also favors attractive white people. That's like there's no way around it. Like Instagram, there's been so many like articles written from like black creators on Instagram, TikTok going like, I'm doing the same thing and then I get 3,000 likes. Someone white, a pretty white woman takes my thing and they get 100,000 like you're promoting the same thing that you've been promoting since the birth of Hollywood, which is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman looking at people below her and stealing shit and then
So should I change the name of the podcast to another white guy? So maybe people are confused.
do better.
One guy does exactly the same podcast with everything, but it's like another white guy with a podcast and it's viral.
Yeah.
Don Seguro is like, I want you in my.
It happens. And it's like a thing that like the racism in the industry is a fucking real thing. And so it's just like, well, I'm gonna keep. The only things that change is if I keep being myself, which I'm going to do, and then just keep being funny on stage. Those are the only two things that matter. Whether the zeitgeist helps me or not, you know.
I hope, like, I believe my clips are funny. It makes me jiggle when I edit. Like, I really like it. And I believe I don't want to change. I don't want to have a preconception of what I'm going to post. I don't want to be like, oh, I need to add this. So like something about women or something more relatable or a nationality, so it will get better. And like this is like a fluent conversation. I don't want to think about like, oh yeah, tell Kai the N word in some part so it will get better. I don't want to think about what I'm doing.
Yeah, but as content creators, we have to. As content creators, we have to. Like when I'm posting a stand-up clip. Sometimes it blows my mind because the joke is good. I've told the joke all over the country.
Okay.
All four points of the country. I've told the joke. It kills. Joke does great. Post it online. It gets like 4,000 views. I can't let that be the determining factor of whether the joke is funny or not.
Okay.
It's just a matter of it's the zeitgeist. When I'm telling that joke and it murders in a bunch of different rooms, if I do the Lodge on a Tuesday and there's 8 people there, but then I go to Skyline on Friday and there's 200 people there versus when I go to the arcade theater and there's 300 people there, it's like and it kills in all of those. It's a good joke. If the internet goes like 4,000, I'll go, all right, fuck you. Eventually I'm gonna force your hand, but I'm gonna keep being myself in the process.
Yeah, no, I really like that because I feel the same. Like I wanna keep being myself, not catering to what the social media want from me. Because I already did, because they're like, oh, you should put like more content. Now I did the podcast, now I have Punchline this, so I'm doing more content, and every piece is getting like 400 500 views. Like, it doesn't sound like much, but 400 people watching something you did is like,
if there were 400 people in here right now, that's a good thing.
No, I cannot. Like, I will have problem with my landlord.
Fuck it.
This is not a studio. This is my house. Okay. I know it looks great, and he said like I should like rent it.
You should.
This is a business idea. Okay. Now another question that I have. I saw like one of your short films is getting into festivals, is getting a lot of recognition. If given the opportunity, someone's like, hey, we want you to be an actor, and we're gonna pay you to do a series or whatever, but you gotta drop comedy. Would you do it, or you're like, nah?
Okay. So there's another short film that I did. The short film that I have the joke about. If you don't know, I have a joke about like me getting cheated on in a short film, and I've
seen that joke.
Yeah, and that's real. I was co-starring in a short film where I got cheated on, and it's so funny because a couple months ago, I was a boyfriend who was getting cheated. Like, it's just real.
Okay.
And that one has gone on to win. I'm like an award-winning actor already, because that's won 2 awards at film festivals. And I expect the same like big things for this next one that we just put out, because it was just like pure raw and funny, and the people that I worked with on it were amazing. Patrick, Angela, Erickson. It's amazing. It's amazing. If someone was like, hey, we're picking up this show and it's streaming, I know that we're living in a hypothetical.
Yeah, we're living in a hypothetical.
But they wouldn't want me to give up stand-up. They wouldn't want me to, because no matter what, it's more eyes that I can put on that thing.
Yeah.
But if they were like, give up stand-up, the thing is that like you kind of do when you get on TV, at least in the beginning, because you're shooting 12-hour days.
Exactly, that's why
7 days a week. So in that hypothetical, if this show gets picked up and they need me 7 days a week, 12-hour days, I'm doing it. If they go, if I don't have time to do comedy, that's fine.
For a moment.
For a moment, because then once that comes out and then there's a bunch of eyes on that, then that's when the touring picks up in the off season.
Okay,
and then
but in this hypothetical, you have to like leave it for good, like no more stand-up. Wait, what does Kai prefer, stand-up or acting?
Kai prefers stand-up.
Okay.
But stand-up is also a vessel to get into acting.
Yes, it is. But no, but you're giving up. Like, hear my question.
I'm hearing it. I'm just pivoting all around it. I'm deflecting as much as I can.
He's just fighting like all the characters of Inside Out in his head, being like, no, go around it.
I'm sticking moving. What's the question?
Would you give up stand-up if they offer you an acting career?
You know,
it's a yes or no question. You can do it. I trust you. Just
it's one of those things. It's one of those.
Yes or no?
Who's to say?
Do you need the money involved? You need to know how much money is involved?
Would love the money.
Okay.
But also would love to not go crazy and kill myself. And stand-up keeps me from going insane and killing myself. But also being really poor and not having money from acting makes me go insane and wanting to kill myself. You know what? For the sake of this, fucking sure.
You will give up. You hear it here, so don't book here anymore. Book me, because I will never get this. Is what all of setup. A lot of producers just come from behind the curtain.
All the bookers of every club comes out.
They just come from that room being like,
we knew your heart wasn't in it. We knew your heart wasn't in it.
They start dropping out your from festivals. So
I know.
all the bookers like, hey, Kai, we
All
just
my dates get canceled.
and yeah, the girl from the beach, she's like,
I
I
don't
can't
like you
believe I
anymore."
date this ex-comic.
Yeah. But they the movie star now, bitch.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the same feeling.
Much cooler feeling. Movie star is much cooler than comedy.
Yeah, it is like
Much cooler.
at some level, but I believe like at the end they're like they prefer someone that can make them laugh.
Of course, there's nothing cooler than being a comedian, but movie star is cooler than comedy.
Yeah.
Because comedy, it's you are important because you're yourself.
And you have like a voice that is not like tied up to people telling you what to say and what to do.
You're cool because you're yourself.
Yeah,
Acting,
I love that.
You're cool because you're someone's favorite character, but stand up, you're cool because you're yourself. And there's nothing cooler than that. But being a movie star is cooler than comedy. Does that make sense?
You know, I've been thinking of moving, and I believe a lot of people move to LA. That a lot of comics because secretly they're pursuing being a comedy character and a comedy actor. Because I believe no one will say no if they're like offered like, hey, do you want to be in a comedy series for Hulu, whatever? You will
No
do
one
it.
would say no. Yeah.
I just had an app for one that's like, oh, we're seeking for 10 comics to live in a house in Phoenix, Arizona. Did you get that
I
one?
did not get that.
Okay, I'm a better comic. There you go. The ads are targeting me.
There it is.
And for it's like Phoenix, Arizona. I watched like the product and it's like soap. I mean like the guys from there's a soap Doctor Squatch. They're doing like comedy shows now. And I believe a lot of companies are going to comedy because comedy sells. I believe it's Don't Tell with Dr. Squatch. They're doing like
I heard something through the grapevine where they're gonna be on a lot of things comedy wise.
Dr. Squatch.
Yeah.
I love that. I have those soaps.
I got
So
some
book
free
me, Dr. Squatch. Like, book me. I use the soaps, and I'm a comedian. So please.
I do too. I got that sandpaper fucking whatever it's called.
Sandpaper.
Whatever it's called. What's it called? Sandpaper paper something?
No. Pine tar. I have the pine tar. I have a bunch of them.
They brought a bunch to a comedy club that I was at, and
Nice.
they were just like, take them. So I was just like, fuck yeah.
Those are really
soap.
good.
Yeah.
I need soap.
And it has the texture, the sand in it, whatever that one is.
The pine tar is amazing.
I like it.
Dr. Squatch, please book Kai, book me, because we're gonna sell this soap. Well, these people from Phoenix, Arizona, it was like also another soap, but I was like, I don't trust it. But one part of me was like, should I submit to be on?
Why not?
I don't know because I don't see myself going to Phoenix, Arizona right now.
Fair.
But maybe I should. And actually, Dr. Squatch is another nice segue to what but one. I believe this is the last topic for this part. Then we're gonna have a second bonus episode. But you take really good care of your hair, right? Recently, I've been taking really good care of my hair.
Your hair looks great.
Thank you.
You're
I've been taking like really good care. But I want us to give women advice of how to treat your hair, and they're gonna hate us because I've been like watch it every day. Now I don't use shampoo every day. I use like conditioner every day, but women is like that's not the way to do it. But and I bought like a cream, like a curly hair cream, and I still don't know how to use. Like I use like just a little bit, and they say like you gotta like grab it like this.
We have very different hair texture.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And then like the guy I go my barber, he's like, oh yeah, you gotta buy a blow dryer and put like something that I don't even know the name, but it's like a filter to the blow dryer, and then like dry like that. I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's way too much work for me. I do like a dog. I take a shower and then I do like, and that's it. That's how I do my hair. Now I'll take women advice from Kieron 101 with Kieron Harrel about how to do your hair.
My hair is very different. If you got dreads, you know it. It's very low maintenance until wash day. These are freeform, so I've never retwisted them. I've never got them twisted. So my hairstyle is very low maintenance except for the lineup and then wash day. Wash day, my hair takes like 24 hours to dry. I only wash my hair like every...
What do you do in those 24 hours?
I try to blow dry if I can. If
Okay.
if I can find a blow dry, I'll blow dry it, but that's not the best thing, but I just hate sleeping on it. But I don't wash my hair. I only wash my hair like once every 2 or 3 weeks.
But you do the coconut oil.
Coconut oil, yes.
There you go.
Coconut oil is a very good product.
How do I know? We're together. We're
There we
actually
go.
we're a couple.
There we go. We live together. We fuck together. We joke together. I do coconut oil, and that's usually the only thing that I try to put in there. I put castor oil on some of the parts that are like lower,
Okay.
but that's just for like to promote hair growth and health.
Do you think this is you're gonna be like? Do you know The Walking Dead?
I haven't seen it, but I know about it.
Okay, well, there's a guy that has like gray dreads and he has like a tiger. Do you think you're gonna evolve into that, or you're planning on cutting it at some point in your life?
I'll cut it when my agents go, we need a role. We have a role for you, and it's a great role. They just want you to cut your hair. I don't know.
How gray you have to be?
Something that lives on. Something that lives on. Like if I'm
Okay.
on a TV series or if I'm on like something that's going to be like...
But
Because...
wouldn't it be like a hate crime? Is that they want you to cut your hair?
No, because the character that they have in mind just doesn't have... Dreads is a very normal, popular hairstyle that
Yeah.
white people don't understand and they still associate with like thug. And I get that. But it's like...
I associate it with like Jamaica and drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, from Venezuela, drugs is like equal to Jamaica drugs.
Okay. There's
Never
a bunch of
with
shit.
thoughts.
There's a bunch of but the easy part for me is that I can cut my hair, save my locks, and then just reattach them. Once
Okay.
the thing is, if I want to do that,
It reattached like
like you know how like women get weave and they get the box braids
Yeah.
sewn into their
Yes.
natural hair
you can do the same with the dreads.
with my own hair.
Would you do that? Like, have you ever done that before?
No, but I have a buddy who did because he joined.
But it reconnects, or is like just to your
no,
hair?
reconnects over time. Your hair just slowly just.
Take the dreads like.
They take them back. They're like, yes, I missed it. So it's not really that big of a deal. I could cut them right now if I wanted to. I just kind of like the look.
Okay, how long have you like let your hair grow now? How many years?
I don't know.
Inconclusive.
I remember that my hair fell. Like I used to have an afro and the hair was starting to
Okay.
dread up. But it fell at the end of 2018.
Oh, it's recent. I thought you had had this like for decades.
They fell at the end of 2018.
Okay.
So like it used to be up in like an afro.
Okay.
And then the afro I was growing since like fucking 16 or something. So the afro would grow up.
And then for the weight, it just.
And then after a while, my hair and the afro pieces would start locking together.
Okay.
And then I remember I just took a shower in 2018, and then I was like, I don't want to wait for my hair to dry, so then I blow dried it, and then it fell, and it didn't go
And
back
for
up.
that moment, and you were like, "This is my look now."
This is it. Hope people like it.
No, I believe that the women on the beach, they like it.
And they do like
They
it.
do like it a lot.
They do like it. It stops swimming sometimes because I'm like, oh, it's such a process to get it fucking
Dry,
yeah, and get the sea out of it.
Okay, okay, we're gonna end on this. How was the day with the girl on the beach? Did it end like abruptly? Did you end it? Did she end it? Did
No.
you miss her?
It was good. It was fine. We went.
Do you miss her?
No.
Okay.
No, no.
Yeah, I just getting into the little detail.
There's a lady I'm talking to now, so I can't say that I miss anybody because I don't.
This is gonna come out like in 4 weeks, so maybe by then.
I will miss her then. Who knows? No, it was fine. It was like a normal date. She was great.
I love that your memories are hitting. Like she was she was a nice lady. Okay.
So good. She was such a nice, giving person. No, she was.
Though to
she
the
was
person he's dating now, like this is all a lie. I have the script here where this didn't happen.
I've never talked to a woman before. The woman that I'm talking to now. I've never had sex with a woman before the woman that I had sex with now. Never even kissed a woman.
Never. Like this is the first time with the current one. Yeah. Because
No, this one, the current one.
Yeah.
The current one, I've never done anything like all the things that we like. She held my hand. I'm like, I've never held hands with a woman ever, not even my mom.
This is actually of your first love.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go. Your Karen First Love.
Mm-hmm.
101 with Kyrels for hair. 101 for slurs. So what else can you teach?
How to be a fucking man.
I don't think so. You smell like an animal, Joe. You cannot.
You want to know how to be a fucking man? I'll teach you. You want to be an alpha? Fuck alpha. I'm a sigma.
You have to do that while you put coconut oil on your hair, like while you blow dry. You want to be a man?
You want to know how to be a man, huh? You want to know how to be a man? I'll teach you all the fucking ways how to be a man. You fucking pussies aren't men. You're fucking betas. I'm a alpha sigma. Alpha Sigma Chi. That's a fraternity. I'm Alpha, I'm Sigma, and I'm Chi. Nigga.
There you go. So
you wish.
And that's the episode. We're going to do a bonus content, but this is the episode for now. So bye.